Hey guys, Mitch from Swap Time here. Haven't made any videos in a while because I've been super swamped, but trying to get back on track here since a lot of us are stuck at home. Here is an L86 I have in the garage. This is my mock-up engine, and I also got a pretty cool project we're going to do with this. This is going to get kind of a budget cam swap, so I want to share with you guys. It's getting a LT5 cam, which essentially deletes the DOD slash AFM. Just gets rid of the 4-cylinder mode, gets rid of those DOD fragile lifters. And I got the factory GM LT5 cam for 120 bucks. And we're going to change out, the head gaskets, bolts, do all that stuff. I think the total price was about 500 bucks for everything to get rid of that system. And we should make about 40 more horsepower because that cam does have more duration to it. Right now, I just finished up an LT1 Camaro harness. So, of course, we got the LT1 intake on this L86. You see everything's factory for the LT1. Usually the LT1 computer comes up here in front of the engine, but that's not the best design for what we want to do in hot rods and stuff like that. So I have it coming out the back, so you got a nice long trunk. TCM, busman panels back there. We got heat protection. Your power goes to your starter stud there, so it's easy to connect. A couple grounds you hook up in the back, and pretty simple lightweight harness here. Well, I guess just to say simple, but I guess a simple layout, because this takes a bit of time and a lot of work to do. Alternator connection, see the throttle body. This is the interface for your DOD, water temp, and oil pressure sub connection. And here's your mass airflow. So you see the mass airflow, you get quite a bit of room on this side to go. So this one's finished up. And what we're going to do on this, we're going to play around. We're going to do the LT5 cam, but you see in the background here, got this little guy that weighs about 100 pounds. This is a 2018 Camaro Supercharger I got from a performance shop in town. Already has the aftermarket hub on it, which is pretty sweet. Was it ZPE? What's cool is you can just change out your pulley here, get different boost ratios, and these pulleys have a special grip technology where it grips the belt, so it can't slip. And even these bolts in here, these are titanium bolts, so it's really designed for the power. And I believe this has been machined. And it's been machined so you can put a smaller, very small pulley on it to get, I'm guessing, 13, 14 pounds of boost out of this thing. And what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to use this supercharger on my next build. I mean, I have the C10, so I'll probably just end up selling this one. But I want to show you how to install it, because I get asked all the time, why won't I buy a supercharger? I got a good deal. I want to show you what's going to happen. The first, all the issues you run into, and how to get around those issues, and some of the expense involved. Because the superchargers themselves you can get for, under $2,000. You'll see them anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. That's with a lid. Without a lid, they're usually $1,000, but that lid's like 500 bucks. So I'll demonstrate what to do there. Because as soon as you pull this intake off and you go set the supercharger down, you have a list of issues you have to fix. So that will be a separate video on doing that. But that'll be fun. So I guess what we're going to be looking forward to is tearing part of this motor apart, documenting how to do a budget cam swap, and then we're going to do install the supercharger, show what I'm going to call a budget way of doing that. I'm going to kind of experiment. We're going to set the supercharger on here, and instead of using adapters from ICT billet, I'm going to see how hard it is to drill and tap the head using the supercharger as a alignment. Figure something out to do with that. And then we're going to paint the engine up a little bit. This engine is it's not even a year old, but these aluminum engines, depending on where they're at, see that they corrode so fast. I'm just going to use a nice paint that will mimic aluminum to keep it from corroding. And I mean, you already see the head gasket here. It's already a bit rusty. But when I pull the heads off, that's a perfect time to paint the block and make it look nice. Oil pan will eventually be swapped out for the Holly pan. And sorry, I got a mattress over here, but I'm thinking about throwing it in my 68 Firebird. It has a I call it LS3. It's one of the Lego motors where it has a little bit of everything in it. It's a 6-liter Gen 3 motor with the LS3 top end, custom cam. You know, just a typical LS install. It runs really good. The thing is, this thing's a 500 horsepower engine with a cam, so it's really loud. It's very peaky. I don't want to say peaky. It feels like a race car at all times. And it has a T56 transmission, which I'm kind of over a manual transmission, especially here in Las Vegas with all the traffic. So I want to throw in an 8-speed with this LE6 6.2 engine and keep it nice and docile, but you still have almost the same power output, but very smooth, linear, and you won't have obnoxious hydrocarbons and bad smells coming out of the exhaust from the bigger cam. And I got a few buyers that are interested in this setup. I mean, it's great to just throw into a car with no engine, you're up and going. And should be super easy to swap in here because it's already LS swap, so I'm just using adapters. As you can see, it has 350 motor mounts. So I just got the ones from ICT billet, like $60. Throw the engine in there. I need to find an 8-speed transmission though. So if anyone has a good deal on one, let me know. Like a lot of us, I'm not trying to spend too much money right now. I'm just working as hard as I can to keep knocking out engine harnesses and keep developing and make this stuff fun and affordable. But yep, here's an update, or I guess a start of a new project, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm doing and hopefully help you guys out. Thanks for watching.